If you're not on Amazon, your handmade products are missing out on thousands of dollars every single month. I'm going to show you 5 solid reasons why this is true. And trust me, number 5 is a game changer. So reason number 1, Amazon's massive customer base. Amazon has over 300 million buyer accounts, with over 200 million of those being Prime accounts. They have a lot less sellers than they do buyers. The Amazon Handmade sellers is a lot smaller number than the number of sellers on Etsy, but you still get access to those 300 million accounts. All of your handmade items will appear in the search results right alongside all the other items in Amazon's massive catalog, with all the same search and filter capability that you have with all other items. And I don't know about you, but when I shop on Amazon, it is super easy to search, sort, filter, and check out with my items. All of my payment options are already saved in Amazon, and a lot of times you can buy your items with one click. Reason number 2, Amazon logistics and shipping. Amazon has a massive global reach and various marketplaces around the world that you can join. Their extensive network is perfect if you're looking to expand your reach internationally and pick up some more international customers. Amazon also offers Amazon Prime, which we'll get to later, but the one thing that Amazon announced last week during Amazon Accelerate, which is a conference for sellers that I attended, they're adding Amazon shipping. So now, as most of us in the handmade space have what we call seller fulfilled items, or we fulfill our own orders, Amazon will come directly to you, pick up the packages, and they're straight in Amazon's system. And I'm sure the shipping is gonna be faster than the Postal Service or UPS in most places. I don't have a ton of details on Amazon shipping, but I know it's gonna be available to all their sellers. They also mentioned that the pickups and the deliveries to residential and commercial would be free. So I'm assuming that there's gonna be a set price for joining Amazon shipping based on like how many items you ship in a month or some kind of predetermined amount. And it may be useful for you, especially if you have some larger, bulkier items that makes it hard to take to the post office or UPS. They did say that the items had to be under 50 pounds and under a certain size, but all of that will be outlined in Seller Central as a way for you to add a different shipping option to your items. And I don't know about you, but I don't like running to the post office or UPS every day to drop off orders. So this is a great option and definitely a new way to think about your business when you join Amazon Handmade. Reason number 3, sophisticated advertising tools. I don't know about you, but Etsy ads I find slightly annoying. I can only change the daily budget. I can't change any of the keywords unless I change my listing, and I can't add any extra keywords on top of what's there. And it's kind of a hassle to figure out where the ads were seen, if you're using offsite ads, and the different cost structures around offsite and onsite, and just keeping up with all the information. It's really hard to find out what is doing best for your items. With Amazon, it's totally different. Amazon has robust advertising and promotional tools. You can offer lightning deals, Prime exclusive deals, coupons, and just put the item on sale. So there's a lot of different options that you can use to promote your products. You can also boost your products through sponsored products, and you can boost your brand through sponsored display and sponsored brands. So these are all different ways that you can advertise on Amazon, on-site and off-site, but you know exactly how much is being spent because you can adjust your daily budget and you can adjust the cost per click for each keyword, which is amazing because you can't do that on Etsy. I can only set my daily budget and I have no control over how much is spent on each different keyword. Amazon also offers more tools and more optimization options. With all of those different settings, you can add extra keywords. You can change up your keywords on your listing so that you know you're not spending as much on those, or just organic placement on keywords that are actually being searched the most. But you can also try other keywords and figure out if there's a different keyword that people are searching for. Because I can adjust the cost per click of each different keyword on each item, then I can set a budget that says, I want to know if people are clicking on it, but I don't want to spend a lot of money. Amazon offers so many different types of ways to advertise your product. We definitely can't discuss them all here, but it's something to keep in mind when you're comparing Amazon to other marketplaces. And one of the reasons why I enjoy being on Amazon more than I do on Etsy. Reason number 4, a professional storefront. My shop on Etsy looks exactly like everyone else's. They all have the same banner at the top. They all have a massive list of listings when you first look at the shop page, and those 20 different sections that you can include on Etsy and no more. And there's no way to like sort within that section. You can try to make it sort, but sometimes it doesn't always work. With Amazon Handmade sellers can apply for what they call a brand waiver. To get access to the brand registry and branded content, you need a trademark. But because you're a handmade seller and they know that trademarks are often expensive, they don't have to be, but sometimes they are, they offer a waiver for you to become a quote unquote brand on Amazon, which affords you some more protections and opens up a myriad of options with the brand registry settings and advertising and storefronts and all kinds of things that you get access to. So the storefront, you can customize and set it up any way you like. So some of the perks of this branded content and becoming a brand is not only your professional storefront, but also you can have A+ content. So if you've shopped on Amazon before, you know, if you scroll down to the very bottom where there's that product description section right above like all the reviews and everything, some items have like a ton of content where there's pictures and there's text and there's a lot more information about the item. You have access to all of that. You can also get a brand referral bonus. So this works kind of like being an affiliate, where if you share a specific link, then you can get some of your fees reduced just by sending people to Amazon. So let's talk about that branded storefront for a minute. Not only can you showcase your products and you can change up that banner a little bit and it doesn't have to be the one that's on Etsy, you can also make that storefront page amazing. As a handmade seller, you also get to set up a maker profile, which is another way to expand and have, now you have like 2 pages. So you have one for your brand and your story as a seller, and then you have one that is specific to your storefront. I would call it, like if it's on Shopify, a shop page and an about page. So with that branded storefront, you can set up as many sections as you want. And inside those sections, you can have subsections. So you can really set up your website however you want. You can also showcase different items, and you can link to different categories and have text about those categories. There's a ton of different ways that you can set up your storefront and make it amazing, where you can't do that on other marketplaces. This gives you a more professional and customized look to your shop page, kind of like having your own website. So reason number 5, and this is the one you don't want to miss, it's that Prime shipping. Let me tell you, this has totally revolutionized my business. This gives you a chance to grow because you can send inventory into Amazon. You don't have to hold it here in your studio and deal with all that inventory sitting around. The other thing this does is it makes the shipping times faster. Once you're in the Amazon system and someone who has a Prime membership purchases that item, as you know, they can get items the same day or 2-day delivery or 1 day. I think there's like different options, but some of the items I have ordered, I've even been offered overnight shipping for free. So something to keep in mind, customers can get your items a lot faster. One thing that this has allowed me to do is batch produce my products and get more items out faster. I'm not having to stop and do orders for each individual customer. I'm able to batch produce my items I have a machine that helps me. I can put 200 sheets in and cut them all at one time and for my stickers, and I don't have to stop and feed sheets into these silhouettes. If you've used a silhouette before, you know it's time consuming to feed a sheet in. You've got to put it on the mat, let it cut, take it off the mat. So this has totally sped up my business and allowed me to have more sales. And I don't know about you, but if you have a Prime account, you're pretty loyal to Amazon. I will say that a lot of times if I'm looking for something, I will jump straight on Amazon to see if it's available. And a lot of times I will click that little Prime button so I know I can get it fast. And I also go there just for reviews. Like if I know that I'm gonna go to the grocery store and I'm looking for a different kind of item, then I can check out the reviews on Amazon to see if it's a good product, because they have the largest amount of reviews than any other website or marketplace. So, and when I say this has revolutionized my business, I'm not joking. Last year in 2022, my gross revenue for the year was over $50,000. For 2023, I'm on track for that number to be over $75,000. I could not have done this if I was just on Etsy and my website. So, Prime shipping. It's the best way to get your brand in front of new customers. These 5 reasons aren't the only thing Amazon Handmade can do for you. Now, let's get that application process started to get you on Amazon Handmade. I am going to walk you through everything you need to do in next week's video. If it's already published, it's here on the screen. Otherwise, subscribe to get notified when it posts next week. Bye.